What happened next honestly didn't make any sense. Rushing in anxiously at that moment, the mother saw he had spent all the money on stocks. Wanting to slap him, she raised her hand, scraped together through tireless days and nights. That money was the tuition. How could it be squandered like this? But insisting the money wasn't being ruined, the boy said maybe it could even turn their lives around overnight and lead her into a wealthy family. Unfortunately, his ex-father and the scheming woman beside him overheard his words, saying he was young and irresponsible. The two immediately burst into mocking laughter. They said he hadn't even grown all his teeth yet and dared to play the stock market. His father felt lucky he had divorced earlier, otherwise who knew how much trouble this brat would bring, so she wouldn't crawl back after losing everything. He even advised the woman to cut ties with the boy as soon as possible, but the boy said there was no need to wait. In a few short moments, the stock would surge. By then the ones crawling would be them. Acting like she heard the funniest joke in the world, the scheming woman laughed. He then proposed a bet. If the stock kept falling within those moments, the mother and son would serve her for life, and if it rose, she would kneel and apologize publicly. Begging him to give up this foolish gamble, the mother held her son's hand, saying their family had been poor for generations, and poverty ran in their bones. The scheming woman kept pressing and ridiculing them for daring to dream. Looking into her son's determined eyes, the woman ultimately chose to trust him unconditionally. This time, she could endure it no matter the outcome. Convinced the mother and son would lose, everyone around watched. Even the president quietly shook his head before leaving first due to urgent business. Dropping sharply as the countdown began, the stock price plummeted. Feeling her heart twist, the mother watched the numbers jump. Unwilling to let her son be humiliated, she prepared to kneel and admit defeat. Right at that critical moment, the exchange suddenly broadcast breaking news. Because a foreign armed conflict had erupted, international gold prices surged instantly, shooting up like a wild horse breaking free. The stock the boy bought exploded. Meanwhile, the president received the exact same news. Since the global situation had shifted, all his investments were collapsing. Remembering the boy's earlier words, he immediately ordered his assistant to buy gold-related stocks across the board. He then planned to sell them all 9 days later. Turning pale at this moment, the boy's father and the scheming woman panicked, demanding they honor the bet and kneel to apologize. The boy stepped forward, but they not only refused, they even called in feds, threatening to break the mother and son's legs. At the last moment, the doors swung open. To meet this young stock prodigy, the president arrived with a group of bodyguards, and with that, the scheming pair's good days finally came to an end.